So, what is an emotional wealth coach?
So, emotional wealth coach is very much about finding your emotional self worth. So, it's my mission in life to inspire and empower people to find the confidence and self worth to serve themselves and the world with authenticity and purpose. Self confidence and self worth have gone downhill massively over the last 10, 15 years, particularly. But ever since sort of social media really started taking off, you could sort of see it when I was at university back in 2004. You could start to see it kind of happening as things like the Facebook, as it was back then, MySpace, etc., started taking off, and you had people commenting and what we now know as trolling, but taking the mick banter, etc., coming in. You could just see things would start to go downhill from that because suddenly people couldn't get the break from the bullies at school, and it has happened, particularly in the chronically ill world, the disabled world, the neurodiverse world. A lot of worlds where isms and obias are problematic. In terms of that they are considered within a minority, and obviously the obias being the fear of, in speech marks, of something that is not necessarily something to be feared of, almost always never. But also the sort of the isms in similar manner. It's, pretending someone or something is not worth it based solely on a characteristic or a trait, 99.9% of which nobody has any control over.
Hmm.
And I just want to help people, again, particularly the chronically ill and the disabled, to just find their self-worth, to stand up for themselves and say, this is me, this is who I am, this is my reason for being here. It stems back from having cystic fibrosis and going through life never knowing how long I'm going to have good quality health for. And the definition of good quality health and good quality of life for someone with cystic fibrosis is different to someone without cystic fibrosis and
Hmm.
without maybe any other chronic illnesses. We've gone through life as someone with CF knowing that things like transplant, lung transplant in particular, is a huge probability. What does that do for your self-worth to know that actually at some point the only way you may stay alive is by having someone else's body parts in you?